I feel like I should be on a beach.
Oh, hey, look who's back.
Oh my god, Sarah's back. Just in time.
I actually hear who's back.
Also, Shady's back. Shady's
I was like, guess who's back?
back
Guess who's
again.
back again.
I mean, I know that is not far behind any time you say, look who's back, guess who's back.
Guess who's back?
As soon as you say the two words who's back, you're kind of destined to meet Eminem.
He'll just show up in an alley.
Yeah.
He's
He'll
like-
say
he's
like,
like-
hello, my name is Marshall Mathers. Have you
He's
seen
like
my friend
Candyman.
Common?
He's like, if you
Because
say
we all rappers are friends.
all of us are friends. We all hang out in parties.
if you say back again in the bathroom 3 times, some Shady shows up. He's like Candyman.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
Marvin
we're all in a union
serenaded us
together.
Yeah.
over the weekend with some
Oh.
lovely karaoke.
Really? Were you
Eminem.
singing
Oh, my
Venom,
goodness.
Venom.
I could swallow a bottle of... Never mind.
Yeah, Marvin's your
Oh.
everyday Eminem over here.
That's got a lot of implications that we should ignore for now. But hello, everyone. Welcome back to the viewer. If you're a returning listener, welcome back. Thank you. If you could throw us a review in Apple Podcasts, that'd be sick. But don't worry about it. But
If you're-
Who's
you're-
us? What is this podcast? What are we talking about?
Newbie Star Trek. This is Newbie Star Trek.
If you're
And-
if you're a returning listener and you weren't insulted the last episode, I mean, in any episode you listen to, congratulations, welcome back.
Also, fuck you.
Also, fuck you.
Also, Sarah's
Ricardo
back.
wasn't saying it. I missed it.
I know.
Yeah, and
I'm happy to be back. Thank
are you sure?
for
Yes, welcome
having
back,
me back.
Sarah.
are you sure? Because the first time you were here, it was for the episode you claimed was the worst one you'd seen so far.
Yeah,
And
and
now
I
it-
actually now I changed my mind. This is now the worst episode I've seen so far.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? It was the best season finale in the
If you
history
wanna-
of television
If you want to call it an
or
episode,
cinema.
sure. That
And
can be
cinema.
debated.
All
and
right.
art.
It feels like when you're at school and the teacher is out and we have a substitute. And this
And
is
he
what
doesn't even
feels like-
play a movie. He just brings
Yeah.
a VHS of stuff he recorded off of.
Yeah, and you're
That's
just
pretty
like,
good. Yeah.
you're like, what is this?
Writing team was
have we-
tired.
Well, yeah, we were off our normally scheduled
Yeah.
usual time here.
Oh.
I don't know. That's what it felt like
Well,
to me.
you know what? That's Newbie Star Trek. Hey, everybody. Welcome.
Hey, if you're a new listener,
That's Newbie Star Trek?
if you're a new listener, fuck you. Welcome. Not welcome back.
Have
This
we
is your
done
first
2
time.
intros now?
Yes. Just in case the first one didn't catch
we're
people.
we're very good at introing.
Just in case, if you're a new listener, we do intros all day.
And
Hi, welcome.
Well, it's called Newbie Star Trek, in case you didn't know, because Ricardo has never seen Star Trek, and also Sarah hasn't really seen any Star Trek either.
No.
And so we're kind of going through with them. Dan is also here. Dan has seen more Star Trek than them. Hey, Dan.
But not a whole lot more. It won't be long before I run out of Star Trek and I'm just as much a newbie as these guys.
Then we'll have 3, and then I'm the least.
You'll be the
newbie,
only
I guess.
shepherd left.
Yeah, I've seen all episodes at least once, at least of TNG and Voyager and DS9. I've seen all of them at least once. So
Wait until we just find one random episode in season 4 that you've never seen before and have no recollection of.
well, that's the thing. As we've been
Well-
watching these episodes, there's a lot where I go, I don't remember this one.
Marvin wouldn't,
So maybe you're
Marvin
just a
wouldn't tell
liar.
you. Yeah, Marvin's not going to tell you he didn't see something.
Yeah, you could say, "Oh, I've seen every episode at least once," and then every time you say, "Oh, I don't remember this,"
Well, this,
could go either way. No one can believe you
my
either
memory
way.
bad.
Marvin's,
My memory bad.
not reliable.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is there anybody in what is it? What's the Federation? Starfleet Academy?
Yeah,
Or
Starfleet. The
whatever
Star,
the- or the
Star Trek
Federation.
group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anybody there that says Oh, you can't fuck with that species. You could literally not fuck them because if you're human and that species, they make a horrible thing. Like we can't let that happen.
It's like when a donkey has sex with, or a male horse has sex with a donkey and it kills the donkey because the baby's too big.
Yeah.
Is it like that?
I'm
Just
sure
like
that should exist.
Right?
No.
It should be like, you guys can't fuck.
Definitely.
Or in the future, it's so they could just zap it. Like you could just have an instant like they zap the sperm.
in the
out of your
future, contraception's probably quite good. So you could
Yeah, I
probably
guess
be
Oh
like,
my gosh,
"Eh."
this reminds me. Remember that episode where there was like 6 people and there was just so much like incest or whatever?
Oh, you mean the cloning one?
I had major
Yeah, the
problems with
cloning
that
one.
whole episode.
Remember that?
Well,
yeah.
That was
Well,
weird.
Well, we
they
might
kept
need
moving
to
trash
remember
around.
that soon enough.
Yeah, we'll dive in.
That's popped into my mind when we were talking about,
Well-
things that we shouldn't be doing. And those
Well-
people were things, definitely, for sure.
We'll dive into these episodes soon enough, but
Well, in regards to like unholy, like hybrid, combinations of species.
half horse, half man. Like what are those called? Centaurs?
BoJack Horseman,
Centaur,
Horseman.
right? Centaur? Centaur?
Centaur.
Centaur.
Centaurs? I don't know.
They have 6 limbs. Think about it.
They're not
True,
real.
they're
They're mythical, right? There's not really a horse.
Yeah, there are. As
A
far as we
horse.
know, there are no centaurs.
I have seen at least one like intricate Twitter thread about like this guy who is a doctor tried to surmise where it would be best to defibrillate a centaur.
Mm.
They
Do you
probably
aim
have
for the
2
human
hearts.
heart or the horse heart?
That's
Or where-
that's the type of content I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, you can probably find it if you just look for it.
Also, I'm sure someone has tried to draw the skeletal structure of a centaur. Like, how does
on
that
several
spine
occasions. Yeah, of course. They'll draw skeletons of anything.
That's true. It's true. Anyway, this fucking episode. What's this fucking? What was
50
this-
Shades of
50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, it's apparently called Shades of Grey because a PA just came up with it because no one knew what to name this fucking episode. So
That's
really?
about right.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
it's called 50 Shades of Grey.
It's called just Shades. It's called
Oh.
Shades of Grey. Yeah, the original title, which I liked better, was supposed to be just called Riker's Brain.
No,
Which-
you're lying to them. Why are you lying to them? The original title was 69 Shades of Grey.
This fucking
And it started out as Twilight fanfic.
Yeah, that girl time traveled to write it into the Star Trek.
Oh boy. Well, this episode it first aired on July 17th, 1989, and I'm being very, very generous with the term episode. So Dan, could you tell us what happened around that time?
Around the Sun We Go, which produces a time traveling effect backwards to the past of 1989. That's how this works. So, first off, I mentioned that Mega Man 2 released like in Japan before, but this was around the time it finally made it to North America. So for all those boomerennials who actually played it on the Nintendo Entertainment System in America, that is not the Famicom, your nostalgia starts now.
No, nostalgia begin.
Yeah, see? Get equipped with
now
nostalgia.
I see. Ooh, blue
Get item
bombing.
number 2 and then beat Airman.
Oh,
Anyway.
why is that guy so gross in the cover? Oh,
Well, Mega Man 2's Mega Man drawing, it looked like a normal man, like a very normal looking man. Mega Man,
he looks pretty gross.
well, he is a little bulgy, but he's not nearly as bad as Mega Man 1 Mega Man. And not nearly as creepy because Mega Man 3 and on, they tried to force an American looking face onto Japanese, like chibi
that's
proportion
true.
man.
Yeah.
That's way worse, in my opinion.
That's pretty weird. Yeah.
Yes. Moving on. More Batman stuff. Prince's single Bat Dance from the Batman soundtrack album that he produced broke Billboard's top 10 on the week of the 14th, I think, and went on to top the charts by early August. However, it's kind of a testament to the movie's popularity because honestly, it's a really messy song, just full of sampled lines from the movie.
Yeah.
It's hard to listen to today.
I'm actually surprised that song did well.
You know what? It was actually Prince's first #1 single in like 2 years.
Oh, that sucks. It's a #1 single
was a
primarily
Batman boost,
because of a
man.
Batman like a Batman push.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
Batman bump. The
Even
Bat bump.
even the Hot Fuzz the Shaun of the Dead characters were like, this is the one we'll throw at the zombie.
Yeah, because Bat Dance is pretty bad. Honestly, Party Man is way better.
Yeah.
Party Man is such a better song.
What
Anyway.
a strange world.
Moving on, still in the realm of movies, despite Bat Dance being popular on the radio, Lethal Weapon 2 was dominating the weekend box office. So 2 movies released while Lethal Weapon 2 was beating them. On the 14th, License to Kill, a 007 movie that featured Timothy Dalton as James Bond. It was his second and final time playing James Bond.
Mm-hmm.
And later on, Timothy Dalton became a slasher.
What?
Of Prices.
Oh, right.
Also released on the exact same day was Rob Reiner's When Harry Met Sally. The Billy Crystal / Meg Ryan movie, which was directly inspired by Worf's demonstrations of mating rituals on the bridge.
I genuinely like that movie. I find it fun to watch.
When Harry Met Sally, it's a classic romance movie.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with it.
You know how in that movie she makes the sex scenes, the sex noises, and then someone says, "I'll have what she's having."
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. What what's cool to do is when someone's losing their shit, like in a restaurant, you go, "I'll have what he's having."
Oh my god.
Very good. Very good.
So yeah, that was all I had for today's trip around the sun.
Very good. Thank you very much, Dan.
Hell yeah, you're
That
back,
was
dude. Look at you,
beautiful.
dude. You're more tan than when you left.
I know. Thank you.
You know, we're supposed to have a segue that's like elegant, but
No
you know,
segue.
the episode, itself
This
isn't really worth
segue
it.
is a shitty segue, just like this episode.
Wait, hold on. Do we need to advertise anything today?
Yeah,
should.
let's just do it.
Yeah, dude.
ExpressVPN.
Oh,
you know
I
what's
thought-
cool? You know what's cool about ExpressVPN?
That they've been sponsoring us this whole season?
It's
Yeah.
true. They've
Not
been-
the whole season.
They're so
Yeah,
cool.
a large portion of the season.
Yeah.
And you know what?
I was
They're
trying
cool.
to give them more credit. We got to be on the good side, guys.
No, we were truthful with ExpressVPN.
We have to be fair.
It's about what's fair. And you know what's fair? ExpressVPN's pricing for the type of service that you get. Because even though their security is very good and their speeds are very good, if you sign up for 12 months at expressvpn.com/newbie Star Trek, you get 3 months for free. That's 15 months total for 49% off. That's pretty fucking good deal, man.
Whoa.
Whoa. And you know what? It's only $6.67 a month, which is a pretty good deal for a VPN of this quality.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah. So if you guys are interested in an offer, again, that's expressvpn.com/newbie Star Trek. All right. Now, for the last time this season, Denise Crosby has a question.
Ricardo,
Ooh.
could you please tell us what happened in this episode?
But she's glad she's not in this episode.
Actually, she
No,
was.
she is. She's
She is,
forced to
actually,
be in
yeah,
this
yeah.
episode.
It's the first. You're
right.
reunited with your beloved Tasha, and you just toss her aside.
Yeah, you're right, dude. You're right.
Like the skin of evil.
Yeah.
I better have tossed her aside.
So this will be fast.
Oh, how about he's having? All right. So this reminds me of a story. I'm going to say, look, this is a tangent that has nothing to do with this, but this reminded me of this. During like the 50s or something,
Mhm.
Ricky Ricardo, Ricky Ricardo was a piece of shit. He's a wife beater, but he's also
Yeah.
a smart guy.
Yes.
Not to be confused with Ricky Manzano.
No. Ricky Manzano is a fucking
He's a class act.
He's
and
a
gentleman.
class act. He's a gentleman. He's a scholar. He's a
Everyone he
he's a-
meets gets an apple.
Yeah. Gets an Apple
Real
Watch
mensch.
or a real apple, depending. So Ricky Ricardo, in between beating his wife, said, "I have an idea," because the studio didn't want to pay them enough money for the episode. They were
Mhm.
a really popular show, and Ricky Ricardo had thought of this great idea of just recording them on film. So he was filming on film.
Mhm.
Up to that point, they were airing them live, like teleplays, right? But
Really?
he-
Wait. Mary. I Love Lucy was live.
Oh no, sitcoms in general were.
Oh, yeah,
teleplays.
sitcoms in general. Yes.
And he decided we're going to film them.
Yeah.
So he was filming them, and the studio was like, "We're not going to pay you more. You owe us 22 episodes or whatever it was. It was probably more than back then.
Mhm.
It was this episodes, and those are the ones we're gonna air. So you give us those. And so he thought of something clever. He's like, well, I've been filming them, so we're not gonna film any new ones until you figure out our contract. In the meantime, here are the episodes that we owe you in the form of reruns. So he started implementing reruns.
Mhm,
So I think starting the first season of I Love Lucy, they aired a certain amount, and then the rest were reruns. And that's what this episode fucking reminds me of. Someone was like,
Yeah.
Rob Bowman, who directed this episode, was like, guys, they didn't pay us for this fucking episode. He's like, I'm looking at my contract, and I think they're trying to fuck us with this episode. And then Hurley was like, I got it, dude. We just record for half a day. Fucking put fucking Riker on the fucking bed, give him the sweats, and just rerun this whole fucking episode.
Mhm.
And that's exactly how this feels. So here's what this episode breaks down as.
Well, your perception of what happened is actually not far off. So
Really?
yeah. So basically, what happened is they spent too much money on the Borg episode, Q Who, which makes sense. There was a lot going on in that episode, but also too much money on the Sherlock Holmes episode, which was a waste of money, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
What are you talking about? I was totally transported.
So basically, Paramount was like, "Listen, you've run out of money." And
Right.
we-
Ran out of money on the most important episode.
on your
The
season finale. So they were just like, you got to give us an episode.
We
Can
didn't
you-
budget this correctly.
Yeah. And they were like, usually one of your episodes takes about a week to shoot. Can you just shoot an episode in 3 days really fast somehow?
I just thought of
That wasn't
something.
even that wasn't even 3 days worth. That was like Ricardo said, a half a day.
I'm just imagining the beginning of the episode beginning with like a black screen and the white text saying the following events happen entirely within the mind of William Riker. And it's just fucking Evangelion episode 25, 26.
It's like Will stands up and everyone starts congratulating him.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, no.
So they just basically shot for like a day then?
For like 3 days. Yeah.
3 days. And
Yeah.
then they
Yeah.
just kind of...
This is a lot. This is not even that much footage for 3 days. I don't know where those 3 days
I
went.
know.
Don't know.
I think they just burned one day. They're like, well, look, they pay us by the day,
Yeah,
so let's just burn it. Yeah, let's
Yeah,
just,
this day we'll go dune buggying. And
Yeah.
then the next
they're like technically we're not spending any money, but we're here. We get paid.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck.
it's-
And the funny
good deal.
part is he's like a producer and showrunner now, I think. Eric Stillwell. But at the
Mhm.
time he was a production assistant for Star Trek. So he came up with the title, but two, he's the one who was forced to look through all the tapes to find the shit for
Oh God.
Oh no, poor man.
for the clip show.
The PA?
Mhm.
So basically, like, because the clips are, I think they're like actually literally half the episode, right? So
Yeah.
half of the episode's budget is essentially a PA budget. And
Really?
and
Really?
the rest is the
Yeah,
actual
I
shooting
mean,
and editing budget.
If anybody, which we all work in production, finding
me.
and putting that all together is really annoying.
Yeah, and
And
you could tell that it was
it's
just a PA
just-
going through tapes because the episodes are just cut from the episodes. Like the music is
Yeah.
still fully mixed into it. They didn't cut from what in the industry for the listeners it's called stems, DME
Yeah.
stems, dialogue, music, effect stems. And the reason you have that in archives are so that for something like this, you don't have the music and the effects that don't tie to the episode playing along the footage. You know, you just take the sounds that you need and you cut
Right.
them together. But they clearly didn't do that. They just used the actual mixes.
And it's
And-
also a
Yeah.
weird smattering of clips from like only a select few episodes, it feels like.
Yeah, it's like whatever Larry, like not Larry.
well,
I
tied
don't know
to
why I called him
the
Larry.
emotion, right? Or
Yeah, they were supposed to be. Some of them were
Like
supposed.
there's some
yeah.
major Riker moments that we didn't get to revisit, like anything involving his dad.
Which is pretty major, actually. Yeah.
yeah,
would
like
think-
if you want to make him feel miserable, make him think about his dead mom or, you know, something.
Yeah. I mean, it
Yeah.
just seems like whatever tapes Eric could find.
I'd be curious to see like how they selected what they did based
Yeah.
on, you know,
Probably what was around.
like,
probably
this
literally,
was the
yeah.
easiest thing.
Yeah. And yeah. Anyway, sorry, Ricardo. Please,
No.
please finish.
I'm watching my recap. As we're going, I'm watching the episode. Whew. Guys, there's a lot of wet dreams in this episode.
Even Deanna goes, he's very erotic.
but like, I don't think really was she his most erotic dream was not her. Are they a
Didn't
thing?
involve her at all.
Yeah, dude.
All of his most erotic
I wonder
dreams.
if she like understood that. Like, I don't think he's thinking about me. Like, is that weird? You know, like
if she understood it, she wouldn't have helped him. She would have been like, he's fun. Just let him die. And
Yeah, she can only sense emotions, so she's like,
cheating
oh,
on me.
he might be thinking about me right now.
yeah.
But in reality, he's thinking about fucking Minuet and the
I mean,
Irish
did they
lady.
ever do anything spicy? Like, maybe she knows. She's like, oh, we didn't do anything that spicy. So he
No,
must be thinking of
it's
something else.
heavily implied several times throughout the last 2 seasons that they fucked. You know,
Right, but like
at least a few times.
spicy, or like, does she know? Like,
What,
oh,
like
there
a
must be
Tapatio hot
something.
hand?
Yeah, like Tapatio hot hand spicy, or
Yeah.
like, you know, because to me,
I
I
think
mean,
so.
I don't know. Yeah, or does she actually question?
I mean,
does
the
she
footage
know?
wasn't there, but we can assume that it's happened.
Does she know
Yeah.
about the other women?
Oh yeah, they're not like committed. They're not in like a relationship. They're
So
just
it's
like,
like
and
he's
also,
free to fuck around.
Like, thus far, Deanna hasn't been painted as someone who would get jealous because she's someone who has commented on how
Really?
like when full humans don't know how to separate physical from
Yeah,
emotional
this is-
love.
Yeah.
this is an episode I think
So
probably missed.
she's poly or open?
No, this is
or-
like an episode I
No.
think you missed from the first season.
Yeah.
Where there's an episode where Deanna is basically put into an arranged marriage, right?
Yes.
And basically,
she was to marry Teabag.
yeah,
Theodore Bagwell.
Teabag from Prison Break. So babes, but the thing is, like, Riker acts like a little bitch and like runs off and hides in the holodeck, like just like being sad because she's gonna get married away. And she goes, Are you acting like a little bitch? And he's like, I thought we had something. And she basically goes, oh, I see. Humans don't understand the difference between physical love and emotional love. So
Yeah.
basically, she's totally down to fuck, but she doesn't have like any emotional attachment to it. It's like different. for her.
Really, to him?
I mean, I think she
Like,
does care
he's
for
just-
him.
He's just a fuck buddy.
I think at their current stage of their relationship, that's probably the realm of what they're in. They're fuck buddies. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's not directly implied, but
I think there could be something more than that.
right. I think they also care about each other. Like they're buddies, like they're good friends. And
Yeah,
I think,
fuck buddies. I mean, you care about your fuck buddy, but I mean,
Yeah,
you're
and
not gonna
and I think also like they're clearly not in a relationship. Like they've put that pretty much down pat.
Well, he's
but they're-
fucking all these other people, so I wouldn't
Right.
think so.
But then also there was that episode with when her mom came back and she was feeling
Yeah,
super
yeah.
sexy. Remember,
Mhm.
like they sat down in the room together with Picard and she was
Yeah.
basically explaining it. And he's like, oh yeah, Deanna explained it to me. Like when they reach Betazoids reach a certain age, they get super horny, and clearly they had like, it's because they were fucking, so that she's going to explain to him that down the line, I'm going to get really horny on top of this.
Yeah.
So,
Wow,
She says,
And
I'm
on
going to get
top of
really
you.
wistful.
spicy show.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was interesting that they did decide to put the erotic dream part as like a.
Well,
sequence
admittedly,
there.
it is a large component of Riker's like characterization. He
Yeah.
is always
He's
seducing
he's
the women's.
he's the fuck boy of the.
Yeah,
of the-
yeah. He's the Captain Kirk of the of the show. He's the one who is potentially going to have been Picard's replacement if an old British man being your protagonist wasn't
But
going to pan
Picard
out.
is like so. He's like He's
so
like not
hot.
interested. No,
Yeah.
he's not
Picard-
interested in anything. He's very awkward and uncomfortable when it comes to anything about like.
Oh, he's
love or
interested. You'll
sex.
see.
I mean, obviously he is, but he keeps it to himself. I feel like.
Oh,
at
you'll
this
see.
point.
You'll see how much he keeps it to himself.
Sarah,
Oh,
you missed
God.
this. You missed this,
Oh,
but
no.
but we should know now that you're here. Is who do you think is most? How is it phrased by our listener? Who do you think you're most like in the show? Is that how?
Like,
it's
oh,
phrased?
yeah,
Which
yeah.
character in the show do you most
Oh.
identify with?
Yeah,
that's-
who do you most identify
God damn
with?
it!
Yeah.
I've smoked way too much pot.
Mm. Let's see.
Well, we can list off the
Damn.
characters because we have Picard, obviously. We have
Yeah.
Riker.
The Traveler.
We have the Traveler.
We have Wesley.
We have Wesley.
We have
Wesley.
Deanna.
Deanna
Jordy.
Troy. We have
Data.
Pulaski.
Beverly.
Beverly, who's not currently
Honestly,
on the show.
probably Riker.
Really? So you're the fuck buddy.
Yeah. I mean, well,
Well,
like
and the fuck boy.
And the fuck boy.
Fuck
Yeah.
boy.
With an
Okay.
I at the end.
Yeah. Like, I feel like I identify with like his sense of he likes a challenge, you know,
Okay,
like he
okay.
always wants to go off and do the away missions. I would definitely want to be that person too. I'd be like, get me off the ship. I want to do something fun, want to do something cool, dangerous. Yeah, and like
Do you
he's
also think
playful.
blondes and jazz don't mix?
Yeah. Yeah, he's playful, he's friendly, he takes his job seriously, but also knows how to have fun.
All right. Okay.
People like him, people trust him. Yeah, I think I would feel, and you know, seems the most like he has a sense of humor a little bit. Not that I'm saying that I do, but like I'm just saying that like maybe he's who I want to be. I don't know.
Then who do you think you actually are? Because when the question came up for me, I said I think I'd like to be Picard, but I think I'm Geordi. So
I could see that.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
that's
so
accurate.
I think you initially chose who you think you'd like to be, but who do you think you really are?
Oh, probably Wesley.
Oh no! Oh no!
If I'm being honest, probably.
That's
Yeah.
That's
great.
okay. That's okay.
That's
Wesley.
awesome.
Wesley will develop. So
Yeah.
I mean, wait. Otherwise, we have what? Two Geordies on a wharf.
yeah,
We had two Geordies on a wharf.
Wait, what did you say, Dan? Then what was your response?
I
Sorry,
just
I missed this.
I went full Geordie.
Yeah, and I think
I mean, I
Oh,
do
you
like
went full
I too
Geordie?
like I do like think Picard's really cool, but I would never think that I am like him.
yeah, and I'd say Worf for Ricardo matches very well.
I could see.
I
that.
have seen him pull out a bathleth on occasion.
I've yelled at people repeatedly.
Yeah, but it's an
no
erotic
one,
yell.
no one picked Data. I think Marvin, you have aspects of Data in that, like you're like a know-it-all, and you act like
and
you know
I
everything.
can't comprehend emotions.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. Yeah.
Well,
You
in
have a
that
hard time
regard,
processing
I think I
human
can also
emotions.
attest to like I feel like I'm there too. If we're gonna invoke
Yeah.
bits of Data, I can have that too.
Exactly. I can see that in you too, Dan, as well.
Data would
But-
be sick.
I think Marvin's a little bit more like Data than you are, Dan, in that like
all right. Way to judge, but thank you, Sarah.
Wait,
I
Data's
think
sick.
I'm in a position to judge, so for sure.
All right. Well, I
And
guess
Data
the
and
episode-
Data and Geordie are friends.
That's true. That's why they're friends.
Yeah.
They're actually kind of similar in terms of like interest as characters.
They like to party together.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, do they.
So they're on an away mission at the beginning, right, Ricardo? And
Yeah, they're on an away mission where I'm trying to look at that set. It's got to be a recycled set or some
It
Like,
all
looks
of
like
it
a
needs-
redressing of
it's
the
gotta
place
all be
where
recycled. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's so fast. Like it doesn't even have time to like really breathe that scene. Like literally, it's like, oh look, it fades in, and it's
yeah,
like
literally.
a stock shot of the Enterprise whizzing
Yeah.
by, and then literally he's sitting down. And he's like, something bit me.
Yeah, you didn't even see the moment
No.
of stinging.
No,
He's just like,
no.
nah, I've been bit.
yeah. They
didn't
didn't
see-
even bother.
You didn't see Sting or any of the fucking police. And so he's sitting there and he's like, something bit me, dude.
Part of me
Something
wonders
bit-"
if like they had the tentacle with the thorn already, and it's like, okay, how do we shoot this fucking
Yeah.
thing and make it look good? I don't
And
think
they're
we
like-
can.
We have
like,
no time.
Fuck it.
Yeah, they're like, too much money. He's like, I have this idea. How about we do nothing? We go to lunch. And then we just cut that scene in half, and he's already sitting down and he's stunned.
We just
Yeah.
cut.
Like, I'm not going to move the
his
camera
leg.
for another setup.
Yeah, well, that's probably literally like, guys, the crew is halved. We
Yeah,
have no,
like fuck it.
no one's here on set. We just gotta shoot this and go.
So he's like, Groot fucking bit me. And And he's like, I can't. And he's like, well, what bit you? And he's like, I don't know. And he's just sitting there, and like it's very dumb. And he's like, well, let me see it. And then he's like, oh, better take you up because we don't know what the fuck is in here, which is the right move, but also
they make all the right moves at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, and then all the wrong moves in the right way. If you know what I mean? So the transporter's gonna beam him up, and it's not Miles. It's Miles O'Brien, not fucking Jason Statham. It's his day off this week, and so he's like, Miles O'Brien's like, something. It won't let me beam him up because there's some sort of doohickey inside of him, some sort of
like the biofilters won't filter out. They won't do their job.
They won't biofilter.
Yeah.
Very conveniently, these biofilters are failing at the very thing they're designed to do.
And my thought is, hear me out. They bring Riker back on safe mode and they kill the guy that's and it's fine.
Now that after they introduced that with Pulaski, I feel like you could do that all the time.
Oh yeah. Just be like, let that Riker die.
Yeah.
We'll beam up the safe mode Riker and he'll be fine.
Or even try beaming up.
Oh, she doesn't know. She doesn't know safe mode.
To beam up a safe mode.
So basically, very quick summary of what happened. There was an episode where Pulaski got infected by a virus that made her get very old very fast, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And because it was super infectious, so they couldn't transport her back. But what they did was basically they had a copy of her last DNA imprint on file. So what they did was, because a transporter is basically a matter rearranging machine, right? Like it literally tears you apart and rearranges
you. It's a clone machine.
Yeah, it's basically a cloning machine. A killing then cloning machine. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
So they're like, transport her back, use that DNA imprint to basically reform her matter to what it looked like before, and also have her memories stay somehow. And bam, she's back. So ever since they introduced that concept, you feel like you could probably do that with everything.
Wow. That's that's major.
Yeah, it's like a bigger implication than the show thinks it is.
Wow. Well,
they do not take advantage of this technology.
Because the only limitation actually in that episode wasn't that like they couldn't do it, because O'Brien did it fairly easily. What he needed was the DNA, and that was the hard part. But everyone else's DNA, they probably have tons of them.
Yeah.
You know, so it's because the only reason Pulaski was
just go to the holodeck.
Yeah. There's gallons.
Yeah, literally.
There's DNA everywhere there.
Everywhere. The fucking walls, the floor, the ceiling, the buttons.
Oh yeah. Those buttons have to be wiped every time.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Sonic shower. So I don't know why they don't do that. They just beam them up safe mode and goddamn fucking prime directives, dude.
That's not even prime directive. There's nothing preventing them from doing
There's probably
this.
a prime directive thing where it's like you can't kill your clone. Or leave
That's like a very specific rule. Do not kill clone.
Yeah, don't kill clones, especially in the transporter room. Don't fuck your clone.
Wow, now that I know how that works, it seems very dangerous. Actually, I don't know how often I would want to use that.
It's like the thing in The Prestige. Remember when?
Yeah.
The
very much
end trick.
So.
That's exactly how it works. It just no one's killing when it zaps you out, it kills you, and then it rearranges you, as opposed to there's two and you got to shoot yourself.
Exactly. I mean, like, that's
awful.
Honestly why Pulaski finds it uncomfortable, you know? And there are characters in general who are like, do we really trust the transporter? And everyone goes, shut up.
No, I mean, honestly, like, that would give me pause using it.
Yeah.
You know? That's really terrifying.
Yeah.
I know that.
It is.
So Pulaski's like, fuck it. I'll go down there and check him out, dude. So she gets beamed down there. And fucking Miles O'Brien makes a fucking joke.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like Miles O'Brien's fucking around, dude.
Yeah.
He's so funny. And Pulaski's like, having none of it, dude. He's like, dude, you know
what was the joke? I forget. Right. Yeah. I just saw it too.
He says, I hope these are the right coordinates.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just kidding. Oh, fuck, dude.
Nothing can possibly go wrong.
No. It's like, he's like, this is one thing you never want to hear from Miles O'Brien or a pilot. He's like, all right, well, you'll be being You'll be leaving in about 10 minutes. No, here we go. You don't want to hear that.
Mm.
Like the pilot on your plane is like,
Yeah.
we'll be leaving the
We'll be
tarmac in about 5.
we'll
Whoa,
be
the plane
leaving.
just moved.
Does anybody on board know how to fly a plane?
Well,
Like, this is
he's
your captain speaking. Thank God.
we'll be pushing off in about 5. Oh, here we go. So Miles O'Brien zaps her, and she goes to Riker, and he's like, "Oh boy, you have some of these hodads in your blood." And his cut now looks weird. It looks like a butthole. If you notice, if you look closely, it looks like a butthole, and you're like, "What the fuck is it?"
So it's a chocolate starfish now.
Yeah. And so it's weird because they bring him up even though he's sick, and they don't.
They're not
could be
worried
contagious.
about.
Yeah, contagion.
I mean, we're in COVID world now, so everything seems very shocking. The protocol, the lack of protocol. In my opinion,
even then, like, if someone has, here's my theory, and I think I've brought it up to you guys, and you guys approved, but Sarah hasn't heard of this. If you time traveled back in time, you would kill off a bunch of people because they wouldn't have the same germs. If you time traveled to the same location you are now, 50, 75 years, you would give a bunch of people really sick. You would get them really sick because they're not the same germs that you have now. So imagine this, like, I can't even fathom. Everyone's just getting sick all the time and dying.
Yeah, she didn't really do like an assessment on how contagious it could be or anything.
She didn't even put Bactine on it, dude. Not even
no Neosporin or anything. He just went straight back.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, like this would be easily
No
solvable if they
masks,
just
no
wrote
gloves.
in like a force field, like containment, like
which they did
box.
for the old lady episode. Yeah, they were like super.
They have done this before, but it does cost special effects budget.
Yeah, they don't have any money.
They're like we can't. We just got.
Just get over here. We got.
We put all our money. The episode's money went to the digital effects of the computer, and
to handsomely pay the PA who had to look through all the clips
and the rods they put on his head.
Yeah.
So anyway, this whole episode, I'm gonna just give you a quick rundown of what's happening, so we can really concentrate on the clips that we see and like the stages of his eroticism. So basically, the virus or whatever it is, it keeps getting worse, right? It keeps getting worse, and he's going to die. And he's going to die if it gets to his brains. It's like mad cow disease.
Yeah.
And so they're like, we got to stop it from getting to his brain and taking over. And it's basically like attaching itself to good cells. So they can't even zap the bad cells because it's attached to the good cells. So
yeah,
that's out of the question.
It's kind of weird how they don't even entertain the notion of amputation.
Oh, I thought that was the first thing they were going to do. I thought they were like, we'll just cut his leg
why not
off?
just cut the leg immediately and be like, oh, we just grow legs. So we'll just grow him another leg. Or, hey, give him a sick robo leg or something. I don't know.
It's just an easy out.
And Riker would have been like, that's fine, let's go for it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like probably I could sit now. Like because I used to not be able to sit. And they're like, Riker, we have to take one leg in your dick. And he's like, as long as you give me a bigger one.
Just plop it back on.
Yeah. Give me a robo dick. And so none of these ideas, robo dick idea never comes up, dude. Not once. No one. Picard never says, all right, Pulaski, this is my idea. We give him a robot dick. No one ever says that. So their idea is like
that's his first step. The first step is to give him the robot.
Yeah. He's like, but it's not even in his dick. It's in his leg. He's like, it doesn't matter. Let me have my old great D. Think about this robot.
No, Picard, that's your answer to everything.
So you wanted to give Loxana, give her the robo dick. So
the Ferengi are attacking.
Yeah, the Ferengi. Send the Robodux. So, god damn it, dude. We went off the rails, dude. So basically she's like, this man's gonna die. And they're like, well, do you can, I guess. And then Picard just leaves. Like, he
leaves,
doesn't go. Yeah. He doesn't go. I'm going to be here for my friend's last moment and hold his hand. You know, he's like,
you're right. I didn't even realize that. He just walks away. Yeah,
fucking leaves.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to care very much.
I
walks
think
away.
Patrick Stewart was like, "This is a clip show." He just walks away.
Didn't he say something super like sentimental to him, and then like he stared at him and then just turned around and walked away? It was like really weird. It was like such an awkward moment.
There's that moment where Riker is
I
like,
forgot what he was saying to him, but like,
yeah, it was basically saying a line where it's kind of like, I'll hang on, I'll do my best. And Picard doesn't like reply; he just walks away.
He just like turns around and walks away. It's like, oh,
he's like, all right. I'm gonna go prepare your safe mode version.
What they're discussing is like, he says, "I admire your lack of resentment." Number one for like,
the
fact that he isn't like mad at the thorn tentacle or whatever the hell it is, and he's like, well, if you drop a hammer on your foot, it's not useful to get mad at the hammer.
And then
it's useful. And then he just walks away.
And then Picard's like, man, you got to figure it out, Riker. I'm out of here.
Yeah. He's like, okay.
He's like, fuck it. He's like, Riker, should I bring you your harp ladies before I leave?
Nothing left to say.
Yeah.
Except show you this harp lady.
Yeah. So basically he goes to sleep because he goes unconscious because this thing's powerful, dude.
Yeah.
And he starts hallucinating and like it's a roller coaster of emotions basically. And then they finally like reach. So first one's like he's basically in like the first episode when he meets like Data. And he's
No, wait, hold on. I feel like we've missed a big part of this framing. The reason why he starts hallucinating isn't just because he goes to sleep. It's because they hook him up to the electric thing.
The electrolytes. They put electrolytes in his body.
Yeah, and they're forcing these emotions on him.
Yeah. And basically, they're gonna see if they could fight. They're gonna go the Inception way, where they're like, we go into his dreams and incept him with a cure, and then he'll be all fine. So that's what they're gonna do. Yeah. They're gonna ride the wave of emotions and see if they can kill the virus, which is a very stupid idea for somebody who's a doctor and a person of science. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
we'll use emotions to cure her.
He's like, I once saw because this is in the future. That's like, so it's like I once saw with DiCaprio.
Actually, like the reason why they hook him up to the electrolytes or the needles is like, okay, there's no way I can stop from getting to his brain, but I can just keep him alive by manually injecting electricity into his head.
Yeah,
directly.
That's the first order of business with this device.
His medical care becomes like a group project between like random people. Everyone's like, what should we try next?
And Pulaski.
It's like, I don't know, doctor. Yeah. Like, I mean, shouldn't it just be your
like
call?
Every suggestion comes from Deanna from there on. It's like, what if you did this? I guess I could try. Hey, it's
I guess I could try that. What if you turn it up? What if you make him sadder, hornier?
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Oh no, the hornier he gets, the faster he's dying.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So one of the first emotions after it's like, so happy feelings don't work. Yeah, it kills me faster. So and then
good to know.
Yeah, and then what's your name? Deanna Troi is like, oh, he's having very intense feelings. And Pulaski's like, erotic dreams?
Yeah.
He's like, yes. So awkward. But again, like we mentioned earlier, the erotic dreams have nothing to do with Troi.
Yeah.
They're all two of them are ladies. Well, one of them. No, two of them are ladies from the holodeck, right?
No, only one, which is the
jazz club lady.
Yeah, the jazz club lady.
Yeah,
the other is the Irish lady, and also the lady, the president of the Planet of Women.
Oh, one of his erotic dreams was someone who's not even real.
Yeah, but he fell in love with her.
When did this become Beautiful World? So yeah, he dreams up the Irish lady that he banged. It's all chicks that he's banged in the last 2 seasons. So
banged and left.
They had a limited amount of selections that the PA could have picked from. So it was the Irish lady that kept moving the trash around.
Yeah,
it was the nightclub lady who was French at first, right? And then she spoke English eventually.
Something like that. I think she spoke French when Picard arrived.
Oh, basically. Yeah. And then at one point it looked like they were going to do a Devil's Three-Way.
Yeah. and Picard's like, no, I'm not into that at all.
He's like, I've never done that with Wesley's mom. So
he had to get rid of the other.
he had to kill the other man because he felt so much shame. And then the third one was the lady from the sex planet, the one that was really impressed with Data's.
Well, it wasn't even a sex planet. It was just a matriarchy planet.
Oh yes, that's right.
And then
Oh my god! Wait, was this the one with the skimpy outfits?
Yeah.
Was
no,
it? No.
Skimpy outfits was Justice. That's not.
Riker did wear a skimpy outfit.
Yeah,
And
but
the
that's
you know,
one
men-
skimpy
like
outfit.
the white fabric that like.
Oh no, that's
basically-
a sex planet. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
where everyone is like, let's all just have sex
Yeah,
and have
that was
massages.
so weird.
Do you have
Oh
any
my
idea how
goodness.
unuseful it is to refer to every one of these planets as sex planets?
It's true.
Yeah.
It's like, no, not
Like,
that
which-
one. It was a
which
sex
one?
planet.
The other sex planet.
That
No,
was
your other
weird.
sex
That was
planet.
a weird. That was
A
a weird.
lot of sex planets. Just 2 seasons.
You know why they didn't have any budget for this episode is because they used it all in fucking baby oil for the other episode. The massaging oils.
I did comment how shiny and everybody looked.
They were
and
still
like,
in debt after a season.
Yeah.
how shiny
like-
and oiled
They're,
everyone
they're
was.
like, the producer's like, I'm never going to recover from this. This baby oil scene.
Oh, baby oil has ruined us.
Big baby oil. So anyway, the erotic dreams don't work. And I guess I think Sarah was saying it, how I guess you can only sense that it's erotic, but you can't sense how specific it is.
Yeah,
right?
she only senses
Yeah.
emotions. Yeah,
Okay.
even
No.
in most situations,
Who
she's
he's
not a
dreaming
mind
of.
reader.
She's
Although
not
I bet you when he woke up, she was just like, so when you were having this erotic
Yeah.
who were you
Yeah.
thinking about?
Yeah.
And he's gonna be
No,
like,
she doesn't
"What?
care.
I was thinking
She's actually
about
like,
you."
whatever.
Yeah. She's like, oh, baby, you know it's you. And she's like, I sense you're lying to me. He's like, no, not I. I had a near-death experience. You're confusing the emotions. So then the eroticism doesn't work. So happy thoughts don't work. And what was the ones that, is it angry ones that work?
Distress.
No. Sorry. Angry ones don't work. Distress does.
The
Yeah.
survival one, like the need
Yeah,
to
when
like
he feels like he's
survive or,
about to
like,
die
you're
or
about
he
to
feels really
die.
afraid,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's when
They should have said, give him all childhood memories with his dad just leaving him. He would have been fine.
That would have worked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably ought to.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
just, his mom dying.
Yeah. Remember that time he took you fishing?
And then left you at the lake. You had to walk all the way back from Alaska.
You had to kill
And
a
then
bear.
used an illegal ambo jutsu move on you.
yeah.
Ambo jutsu.
Remember when you found out he was cheating your whole life? So basically that's it. That was the stupid fucking thing of this episode. They find the dreams at work and then they use them and then they save his life and he wakes up and this is how little of a budget they had that they're like, we can't afford to shoot another scene, so like let's just end it here. You're really sweaty.
Yeah.
You just woke up from the
that's
thing and
literally-
you just smile and like say a joke and just we'll cut it from there. He's like,
Yeah, everyone
you don't want me
comes
to, like,
into the room to
Yeah.
do the last scene.
you don't want me to like get dressed in my uniform and like, or should I put on a hospital gown? No. You're wearing your uniform. It's like-
Yeah, no hospital
Really?
gown, nothing.
No sheet. No.
No,
We
he got
can't
a
afford that.
he got a fancy.
He got like a
sequin
space blanket when they put the thing into his
full of
brain.
Eventually, I guess.
sequins.
Eventually,
Yeah, but it's not a different outfit underneath. He's just naked.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Can't afford the dry cleaning bill.
no, no.
They're
That's
like,
it.
they're like, and don't ruin that uniform because they're gonna sew them back up and you're gonna use it the next season. So yeah, it was dumb. Like
That's it. That was
you're
the whole
right. They
thing.
should have flip flopped these episodes, and the last episode should have been the last one.
Yeah, it feels more like the last episode, right? Because they're talking about the Borg. So it feels like there's some, at least, like foreshadowing about future events. But
well, not only that, but like it ends like in a good, happy tone and fun, and here it ends like if I saw this episode when it first aired, I'd be like, "Fuck, dude, that next."
Oh, I would have
suck
been
ass.
so disappointed.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
This
You're
really
watching this live?
does not
Oh,
give
man,
you confidence in the coming season.
No.
Like, if you watched this live, you would have been super pissed.
It would have been horrible.
Yeah.
There probably was outrage online.
I hadn't really thought about
About
that
it.
particular angle, but yeah, people at the time must have been so mad.
Was there internet back then?
No, this
No.
is 1989, so not.
Yeah.
If anything,
There
it was like
internet.
Usenet.
It would have been early
Yeah.
internet days, right?
Well,
No,
just
like-
one dude trying to upload one boob picture.
Yeah.
Days.
I don't
to
think
upload
internet
it.
really
dingy
became
way.
like really widespread to like 93, 92, 93 or something.
Yeah.
probably. So yeah, when AOL finally started like really taking off. And,
When Pornhub started, like the roots of Pornhub started developing.
yeah, that's I don't even know what to rate. I would if you rate the you just can't even really rate the
I'm
episode.
gonna go with an NA.
Well, why not?
Does not apply. Not any.
Yeah, if I rated it, I'd just be like, this is 0. There's
Yeah,
nothing going
yeah.
on.
I'll give
Yeah.
it a
This
1.
isn't a full episode to me. This
yeah,
isn't
that's
a
the
full
thing.
episode to me.
Yeah.
So
Is there
it's-
like a strike or something going on?
Well, partial
or like
credit.
what the
No, literally, they just ran out of money.
everyone was
Just
out watching
like-
Batman.
just out of money? Just
So like other shitty episode. It's fine. Everyone's watching Batman.
Oh, that reminds me of that thing Dan told me once about Powerpuff Girls, where like the creator of the show had to get everyone down in a meeting to be like, all right, everyone, I know everyone's really into Ocarina of Time right now, but we have to keep working on the show.
Yeah.
So he had to stage an intervention.
If I'm not mistaken, that was while they were in production for the movie, the Powerpuff Girls movie.
Wow.
At some
That's
point,
amazing.
they're like, "Okay, everyone, like, let's all come together. Like, where are you in the game?" Like that was part of what they needed to figure out first.
What game was it again?
Ocarina of Time, because
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like, yeah, it was. I guess that would have been around when it released, like 98, 99 ish.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, and then yep, they were like, please.
It's kind of like Street Fighter when they moved Street Fighter's production
oh,
to another country because everyone wasn't
no one could stop fucking.
goddamn going to massage parlors all the time. Couldn't get the actors out of there. They literally had to move the production to a different country. Literally.
Oh,
even
wait,
even
what?
Kylie Minogue
Yeah,
vanished
so-
with
yeah.
Jean-Claude
So,
Van Damme.
They were filming in I want to say Thailand.
They were
filming
Thailand. It was Thailand.
Oh.
Yeah.
Street Fighter, and they couldn't get the actors to be on time or show up for their shoot times.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
the actors-
no.
You
were
mean
in
they were
massage
shooting in
parlors.
Thailand?
yeah, exactly.
And so they had to move it to like I want to say New Zealand or something. They had to
It was
move-
just like too
com-
much of a paradise
Yeah,
for
they moved to
people
a
to
different
be
country.
on time.
yeah,
Too many massages and food and
yeah,
drink and
So they had to go to the Shire instead.
yeah,
wow, that's crazy.
Barren New Zealand.
yeah.
That's
I don't.
funny.
Was it New Zealand that they went to?
I want to say it was a country like that where like there was no massage parlors at all.
Amazon.
So it
New
was
Zealand
a
is bereft of
it's a-
massage parlors.
Puritan fucking place.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's
Um,
not a thing. Yeah.
But anyway, this episode I'm gonna go with does not apply. My rating does not apply for this because it's not a full episode. So
0 for me.
NA for me.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll
Dan
give
says
it a
1.
1 for being like good discussion material. As like, what the fuck were they thinking? This is one of the worst pieces of shit. So I'll give it a 1 for
Yeah.
that.
I mean,
It is Star Trek's very first clip show. The
I'm-
original
I'm
series
not-
never had one.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to try to preserve the prestige of this show by not including this among its episodes.
I hope it's
I'm
the
taking
last.
it all
I hope
in.
it's the last clip show.
This belongs just as much as Measure of a Man.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
you know.
This is just as much a part of the history.
I mean,
You
it's
must
why
accept it all.
it's why people say season 2 is like very big highs and very low lows. It's because of these episodes.
Yeah, this is a
Yeah.
low.
Yeah. So
I mean, everybody has off days, so maybe this is just.
what would
you
what would
know.
you rate it, Sarah?
I'd go with NA as well. Just
Yeah. All right.
I don't think you can rate it. Like it's like clearly somebody.
Why is it so hard to rate? Just give it a 0 and move on. It's fine.
Because it doesn't deserve
Like, are you
0.
afraid of giving something a 0?
No.
Because
I just-
it's like rating.
It was a full
It's not-
40 something minutes.
Look,
true.
there's still funny stuff in it, but I don't want to give it a 0. I just don't want to rate it. I choose not to
I
put
just
game.
skip over this one. I mean, yeah, I
all
don't
right.
know. They could have
All
done
right.
so much better.
I take
Oh.
issue with this.
And for a finale,
Yeah.
I mean, does at least the next season start off with a good episode? Gosh, I hope.
Turns out they're stuck in a hatch, or they find a hatch on the floor.
Yeah.
Well,
Just like
the start of next season is called Evolution, which is like pretty decent. It's
good.
okay.
We need that. We need an
Yeah.
evolution from this episode.
Well, we
For
saw
sure.
like just a couple of seconds of it together.
That's true because I wanted to,
And we
be
were
like,
able
Yeah,
to see right
the
away
opening.
just how much more of a VFX budget they had.
yeah,
Well, that budget was not based on this episode. That's for
Oh
sure.
no, not at all, not at all. But yeah, you can totally see like an upgrade in production quality, like right off the bat, in like the opening shot of the season 3.
yeah, it's true.
But we'll get there when we get there.
Something must have happened. Something must have been like, they ran out of money. They were scrambling to find investors.
No, I explained at the beginning.
and
Like they ran
then-
out of money.
And
That's
then
literally
but
it.
then they got lucky. The next season starts, and then they found the money, and then they're like, "All right, we're back.
They finally found the money.
Got
No,
the
no,
money.
no,
Like, it was under the-
Back.
Literally, Hurley lost the money. He's like, they
Yeah.
gave me a bag of money and I lost it, dude.
Well, it was literally they were given
Found
this
it.
amount of money to deliver 22 episodes, and they could only really make 21.
yeah.
And then they were like, "But you need 22." So this was it. So,
Well, somebody poor planning. I don't know. Like,
yeah, it was
accounting.
because they spent a lot. Like spending money on Q-Who makes sense. You're setting up the Borg. The Borg is complex. You should make the VFX look good. Wasting the money on the Sherlock episode, probably not the best idea. Because
No, I stand by that. That was a good idea. You get to see Pulaski fucking get laid, dude. Finally,
Allegedly, all she did was
she definitely fucked him, dude.
I think it was more of a makeout session because it was like a ruffled shirt,
Yeah, and getting
Okay.
in and out of that dress she was wearing is no easy feat.
You think there's okay, maybe not full on frontal, but there was definitely like heavy petting, gene jamming.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
there's some jamming,
Yeah, gene
some
jamming.
log jamming going on in there.
Did we see any bottles of Tapatio?
Yeah, Tapatio hot hand.
Well, no, it's in England. They don't eat anything spicy, so they wouldn't. Have
No,
any
but
balls.
they
Okay.
may be into the mating rituals of the
Mhm.
of the Tapatio hot hands.
So like a malt vinegar, like sour. hand.
Yeah.
Just spritzed.
Yeah. Fish and chip hand.
Oh,
my
fuck. This is the season finale.
Yeah, it
season
was
2.
disappointing.
And
But that's
since-
okay.
yeah, it's
it's
okay.
okay. I've been, I've been called a disappointment. Everybody's been. Sometimes at work, you just have these days where
Oh, no.
you don't meet expectations, and that's okay.
I mean, through no fault of your own.
Yeah. So today specifically, I was on a Zoom call and someone pointed out a stupid little error I made, right?
Mhm.
And a producer at work said, jokingly, they said, "Oh, we should fire Ricardo." They said it jokingly, and I laughed out loud and I said, "Do you think I care about this job?" they got like I noticed right away that they're like, "Oh wow, like okay, now I know where we stand." Like this guy's like the Denzel Washington character. If this was Training Day, that would be
Yeah.
he'd be
Oh my
Denzel.
God.
Yeah, King Kong ain't got shit on your job.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, I'll smoke PCP during the day.
Oh, well, being the season finale and all, and being such a short episode and all, I mean, of Newbie Star Trek at least, I figured we should at least do a similar thing that we did the last season where we kind of went through the episodes and whatnot. But I thought we'd make it a little more interesting.
Yeah.
Because, for one, I actually don't remember. I have the titles in front of me in a list. So I guess what we should do is, one, let's try to remember what the episode was based on the title.
Okay.
And two, let's rate how sexy the title is, ranging
All right.
from
Fair
not
enough.
sexy at all to Pornhub. So
How many degrees is that? Like
50 Shades, dude.
in a
let's
how
have
large
3
is
steps.
this scale here?
Let's have 3 steps. Not sexy at all. You've piqued my interest in Pornhub.
Yeah.
Like that's I would fuck that is the middle.
Fuck, marry, kill.
I don't know if there's any of I don't know if any of these
There you
episode
go.
titles are fuck worthy to me.
No, I mean
No,
like
no,
in terms of like how
they could
much
be-
of
I
of
would
a good
not fuck
title
any of
they-
these titles.
I just mean like how
Dan,
much of a good title they
it's-
are.
It's the spirit of the game, dude. See, now I feel like you feel that we didn't rate the goddamn episode, dude. I feel your anger, dude.
I'm dedicated to making sense.
All right. Now this is the first episode of the season.
Play.
Was The Child. I think that one's easy to remember.
We shouldn't.
Well,
Not sexy at all.
no.
this is a sequel
Let's
to a
just
porno.
say that for everyone right now.
Yeah,
Not sexy
I'm
at
going to
all.
answer for everyone. Not sexy.
Well, hold on.
No more responses allowed.
This is a sequel. This is a sequel 9 months later.
So but then that's still not. I don't know if we can call
sexy
it
though.
Yeah, but I don't think we
it's
call it
not sexy.
sexy. Yeah, it's not
sexy.
sexy. Yeah.
Pass.
You can imply
Pass.
sex, sure, but it's not sexy. Also, there was no sex.
That's true. It was just like
A point of light from space, as there often are, just came in and
Starman.
holed up in a half betazoid womb, and then there you go.
it's like
Curly
it was
haired
like-
kid pops out.
Yeah,
Dayman.
What?
she was basically triggering word raped by this light, essentially.
Yeah.
Like she had no say in it at all.
It was a completely non-consensual pregnancy.
Yeah, absolutely.
AKA rape.
Yeah,
Or I guess a non-consensual conception, because when she found out she was having a kid,
Can I break that? A non-consensual pregnancy? Wait, I'm sorry.
well, I mean, that's literally what happened. Like there was no sex.
I mean,
Space Jesus.
technically, I was a non-consensual pregnancy.
Well, I mean, there was consent. It just wasn't.
There was consent, just not consent for the pregnancy.
Are you in vitro?
well, I mean, that's the difference between
I don't know why I find this so funny. No,
Accepting of-
basically, my parents weren't. I don't think they were expecting us.
You were the bonus. You were the bonus episode.
Yeah, but that's to
Yeah.
me is a well, actually, I don't know. Does anyone? I mean, you can have consensual sex, but you don't want to get pregnant. So that's
Yeah, but there are those who have sex with the express purpose of becoming pregnant too,
yeah.
That's true.
and that would be a completely consensual pregnancy.
That would
in
be
my eyes.
yes, yeah. I just thought it was an interesting term, non-consensual.
But I
pregnancy.
was trying to course correct to non-consensual conception, because as soon as Deanna found out that she was pregnant, she was like, "Yeah, I'm keeping it."
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and then
She's all
then
star
Then
baby.
it was
Fuck
a
yeah.
consensual pregnancy from there on.
And then the
Yeah.
baby grows super fast and then dies and then leaves.
He's like, my finger got burned. Soup.
Yeah.
Hey ma!
Hey, ma.
And
I have a
Deanna's like,
tall
"What?"
brother.
Yeah.
Next episode.
Next
We'll
episode
do this
was,
bit all day, dude.
was Where Silence Has Lease.
Has what?
Common and
Has-
Ray Romano talking, dude. We should do the audio play, dude. My
Play.
brother Common.
Hey, where is Godot?
Oh no.
I like soup. God, Jeff. What? Got off the rails, dude. Like, what's the title of the second episode?
All right, guys, we're getting a little off topic here.
It's Where Silence Has Lease.
Lease? Wait,
I
can
forgot
you,
what this
are you
one was.
saying? I don't know what you're saying. What is that last word?
Where Silence Has Lease. You heard me, goddammit.
Lease or lease?
Leased? Like
Lease.
spell the word. Okay.
Where Silence Has Lease.
To lease or not to lease?
LEASE.
Is that plural for lice?
yeah.
Yeah.
What was this one? I can't
There's so many
remember.
lease all over their hair.
No,
What
it's plural
was it?
for loose.
Does anyone remember Where Silence Has
No.
Lease?
I
What was
honestly
that?
am
Don't
having a
look
lot
them
of
up.
trouble.
Don't look them up, dude. Don't look them up. That should be our thing that we are not going to look them up.
Okay.
I feel pretty embarrassed. I have no clue at all.
Yeah.
Oh God, I can't remember.
Okay. Let's not remember what happened, and let's get straight to how sexy is this title.
Yeah.
It's not very sexy.
No.
Well, what if somebody's trying
Unless
to
this
renew
is
their
an
lease?
old-timey porno.
You know? Oh yeah. See, my lease is tender, and
Yeah,
going
it's not
it's not sexy. Not sexy.
Yeah, not very sexy.
No.
Then next is Elementary Dear Data, which is clearly the Sherlock episode where Moriarty goes out of control.
Not sexy.
That's not that sexy. Unless you're really into cosplay. That
Yeah.
can be pretty sexy.
Yeah.
But that's more of a situational sexiness. The Outrageous Alcana, first off,
Oh, yeah,
very
dude.
sexy.
Yeah.
It's very,
Yeah.
very sexy.
Yeah.
And also That's the one
sex
where
scenes before the contents of the episode,
No,
surely.
no,
But the title
outrageous,
itself,
the outrageous Okana. It sounds like a great adult film.
Yeah.
The outrageous Okana. It's how you say it, dude. You gotta say it radically.
Mm,
The outrageous.
Yeah. I'm gonna agree.
do it again.
The outrageous Okana.
Okay, all right. I felt it
Yeah.
there.
And then
Dan felt
that's
something.
it's the
We're
one
good.
where it's Romeo and Juliet, and then
Yeah.
Okana's in the middle. He's the Mercutio, essentially.
He's
Yeah.
the Cyrano.
Yeah, Cyrano Bergerac.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
instead of a big nose, he's got a big dick.
Probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
he fucked Terry Hatcher.
Yeah,
on
Terry
that
Hatcher.
set.
Yeah.
And Room 69.
Yeah,
I
in Room
never
69.
forget
They did.
69.
That all happened.
Yeah. Next is the Schizoid Man. I can't remember that one either. What was the Schizoid Man?
No, wait, no. We skipped Loud as a Whisper.
No. No, the Schizoid Man was next, wasn't it? Hey,
What?
hang on. Let me. Unless my list is wrong. Hang on.
Where'd you pull it from, dude? Pornhub?
I pulled
Probably
it
wrong.
from. Oh yeah, it is Loud as a Whisper. I'm sorry. Okay, let me go by air date instead of production date. I think that's what was going on. So
That's sexy.
yeah.
I
for
mean,
sure.
that's pretty sexy. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was Loud as a Whisper?
It's people fucking in space, dude.
Yeah.
I'm. It's kind of embarrassing that I don't remember a lot of these.
0G fucking.
What was it? Does anyone remember that one?
I mean,
Yeah.
It was the Mute Mediator.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
why it's
where he
Loud
was
as a
like,
Whisper. Yeah,
Fuck you, dude.
Yeah. The one where Picard grabs his face.
Yeah.
weirdly.
He's like, listen to me, you fucking asshole.
And he had the chorus that spoke
He's
for
like-
him, and then they
He's
died.
like, he's like, it doesn't. I can't hear you. I'm
yeah,
fucking.
and then, and then Data learned sign language really quickly.
Yeah.
That
He
was
does
it.
a lot of sexual signs with like his fingers. He's like,
Yeah. That's the one. And then we have the Schizoid Man.
yeah,
Which-
that could be very erotic.
That could be. That's like in the middle. I'd say it has potential.
Yeah, I agree. It has potential.
What was the Schizoid Man?
That one is a it's a gay title, but you know there must be for all. I think
It
it's
was the
allowed.
first episode where we saw Kalar.
We're inclusive here.
Kalar. Who's Kalar again?
It was the lady who Worf's love interest, but also played.
Mm.
Right. This is the one where the scientist didn't make Data, but taught the guy who made Data, and then he took over Data's brain.
Yes.
And wanted to
Oh,
fuck the girl who lived
yeah.
with him. Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was
Just full
that was-
disclosure, I started pulling up the episodes themselves to try to remind us, just so we have something to say.
Dan, don't cheat.
This isn't a
Dang,
season
cheater.
recap or review if we don't remember fucking anything.
Then what was Silence where Silence says lease?
That was the Geico Gecko.
Oh, right.
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
it
that was
is.
the fucking
Rango.
Yeah,
Rango. He's
yeah.
like, hey, I look like humans, eh?
yeah.
It's like, yeah, just
Yeah.
like us.
The fucked up
Yeah.
cloud that would kill
Just-
people.
You look just
Yeah.
like us, dude.
And he made that guy in the bridge like grab his face and go, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Then you try to give everybody a good rate on insurance.
Yep.
Piece of shit.
Then you had Unnatural Selection. Pretty sexy. It's a pretty sexy title, I think.
Unnatural selection.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's
I can see- I
potential
can
for
see that, I can see that, I
sexiness,
can see
but
that, yeah.
like, yeah, you need to convince me of its sexiness.
Yeah.
I need to
that
see
could-
what you're
I
talking
mean,
about.
I'm picturing like an alien themed like porn of some kind where it's like a natural selection.
Or it could be
or
like a
something.
BDSM.
I'm thinking
Like a-
big dicks. Like really big dicks. Where you're like unnatural
Unnatural.
selection.
Oh.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
like,
that could work.
really
That could
big.
work. Yeah.
And that one was the one where the drug. No, that's not the drug episode. What was Unnatural Selection?
This is what I'm talking about, dude.
Does
Can you
anyone remember?
imagine someone listening to just us going
They're
like
like, what was that?
30 minutes
We have
making
no
a bunch of
idea.
sex jokes and then being, I don't remember this one.
What was Unnatural Selection?
Was it the
Like, come on.
Jen, tell us what is it?
It was the one where Pulaski was aging forever.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
the one.
yeah,
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 that's
yeah.
the one where we
Like, we can
discovered
remember these episodes. We just remember what they
Oh.
were called.
That's a good idea for the adult movie. It's like geriatric porn.
yeah?
That's
Oh
a
my
thing.
Unnatural
god,
selection.
that's another
Thing.
angle. Yeah.
Gilfs,
Yeah.
if you know
Yeah.
what I mean.
Yep. And we have A Matter of Honor, which is
Hmm.
that's more of like a
It's a courtroom porno.
Yeah.
That's like a Tom Cruise movie title, not like a porno title.
It could be, dude.
Yeah, you have to really push it. I don't know if
Could
that's
work.
good. That's the one where Riker goes aboard the
Someone says
Klingon ship.
That's a big
Yes.
gavel you have in your hand. Stuff like that.
It was part of the officer exchange program.
Yes.
That's when he fought Shao Kahn.
Yeah,
Yes.
he beat up Shao Kahn and
Yeah,
threw him into a
dude.
computer really easily, even though Klingons are
Yeah.
supposed to be like 10 times stronger than humans. Which is, and then
Not
next
Shao
is The Measure of a Man. That's pretty sexy.
Definitely. That's 100.
Definitely.
That's
Which one was
the
it?
sexiest title ever.
Yeah. And The Measure of a Man was the courtroom one, obviously, everyone.
No one
Well-
measures themselves in that.
No.
I mean, it has potential to be sexy depending how you're measuring.
Maybe to get data ready for the court case, Picard had to take measurements of data all over. And
Yeah.
eventually he was measured. And
They're
he's
all-
like, see, he's within the normal ranges of other
Yeah.
humans.
You see his gooch is the same centimeters as everybody else's gooch. And I think everybody's gooch should be treated equally.
Perfect. Then we have the Dolphin. That's not a sexy title at all.
The Dolphin.
Yeah, the Dolphin is the one where Wesley meets his Muppet Monster crush.
Oh,
yeah. right.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
That episode was nuts.
Yeah, that's the one where we learn that Wesley's a piece of shit when it comes to
Well,
relationships.
It was a shallow hell episode.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he
Yeah,
it's
it
totally
was
the
Shallow
Shallow Hell.
This is if
episode,
Shallow
for
Hal
sure.
failed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
the Dolphin is.
He was
Yeah.
like, ew, you're disgusting.
Yeah, he was like,
yeah.
can't believe
What
you were
the
disgusting
fuck?
the whole time.
I was
Yeah.
catfished.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
basically.
like, literally.
Yeah.
He's like, you're a goddamn catfish.
Yeah.
That's so good.
I mean, if he
Then-
wants her to be.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Troy
Okay.
McClure.
Wesley has a romantic abnormality.
one so severe. Then we have Contagion.
Hey,
That's not very. That's just
that's
a
sexy
Steven
as shit,
Soderbergh
dude.
movie. That's just a Steven Soderbergh movie right there. That's not.
yeah, that's everyone spitting. It's where they turn off the lights and play "Who's in My Mouth," and then everyone gets.
And I guess Soderbergh also did make Magic
I mean,
Mike,
porno or
so-
not, I don't find that sexy.
In these times, no.
No, these times no. But back in like the late '80s, the early '80s, pre-AIDS, mid-coke,
Right.
like that was the
Pre-AIDS.
perfect-
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
What was Contagion? I don't remember that one.
Uh,
Does anyone remember? Does Ricardo remember? Do you remember?
Well,
Ricardo?
Contagion was, no. Tell us. Dan.
hey, hold on.
There's been so many goddamn diseases. They don't learn these people.
That's true. I just feel like which Contagion? There were like 40.
Is this the one with the kids that are eight? No, that was you said that earlier.
Yeah, that's the natural selection
That's-
one.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what Contagion was. What was Contagion?
It's the one where, like, there was a virus infecting the ship.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was a
I remember
computer
that.
virus.
Yes,
Right.
yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. Wow, that one's really forgettable. Even now that I know what the episode is, I don't remember what happened in it.
Yeah, I just remember comparing it a lot to that episode of Eva with the angel that infected the Magi.
Yeah,
Magi.
yeah, exactly. And then we have the Royale, which was like, nah, that's not
that
that
one
sexy.
has a special place in my heart as one of those like really dumb episodes that I
Yeah.
still like.
Yeah, it's basically a holodeck episode.
Yeah, essentially.
It's like if they were trapped in a holodeck, but the holodeck was a planet, and then also there's
And
gambling.
the planet was
in a
like
casino.
2 rooms.
Oh yeah. Which one was this one?
The gambling casino one where Data,
What was it called though?
the Royale.
The Royale.
That
Yeah.
one's a sexy title.
It is.
The Royale
like-
is like it's
a
all
move.
3 holes.
It's a
It's
min-
all 3 holes. The Royale. Yeah.
Someone cross-referenced with Urban Dictionary, but I'm not going there myself.
If you
No.
go there, make sure to turn on your ExpressVPN.
Yeah.
Make sure
see?
that you're not
yes.
tracked.
Especially if you're at work right now.
If I do that, I will disrupt this session. So I can't.
Also, then after that, it was Times Squared, which is that's not very sexy at all.
This is what I'm seeing, dude. It's one girl's fantasy to fuck two identical twins.
So he makes one of them go back in time and be like, okay, now
Yeah.
there's 2 of you. Okay, all right.
So we're getting a pretty high concept porn now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
These are high concept fantasies.
Yeah.
That's all right.
And then that's the one where Picard meets a version of himself 6 hours from the future. and it's to prevent some sort of disaster.
And he tries to fuck Beverly. He's like, it's not cheating, baby. It's the same. God damn it, dude.
Next was the Icarus factor, which is the one where Riker's dad shows up and is a piece of shit.
Yeah. Title, I don't know if I can do anything with that.
That's not very sexy.
I can't
that's
do
not very
anything with that.
sexy. Yeah.
No.
But Pen Pals, that's a sexy
Oh,
title.
definitely.
Oh, hell yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
please separate
The title
from the content
of the
episode, which is the one where Data saves a child.
Oh, right. Yeah. This is the
Oh,
one,
yeah.
Well, no,
the
this-
random girl, right?
Well,
The
this is the
little
episode
girl.
where Data becomes a pedophile.
Yeah, this is the Chris Hansen
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is-
He does literally kind of steal her from her planet. So
In the middle of the night, shows up, steals her from her planet, and then
Yeah.
erases her memory.
yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Tells her,
These
don't
are
tell
facts.
anybody.
These
Don't
are
tell
literally
anybody.
the facts.
He has Pulaski painstakingly roofie her manually.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
literally what
it's
happened.
definitely questionable.
Yeah.
Chris Hansen should have definitely come out and said,
Well,
Take
you
a
know.
seat.
what are you doing here? We've been writing you. This whole time.
Why did you bring a pizza and condoms?
Yeah, exactly. What is that?
God. Is that
Why are the
altered-
condoms on the pizza? What's wrong with you?
Oh my God.
Was it me or did everyone bring pizzas? Right?
A lot of people did bring stuff. Like again, like
Yeah.
in college.
That show is so
our
good.
dorm
I want to
watched
watch
To
it.
Catch a
I
Predator
love.
a
I
lot.
love To Catch a Predator. It's so fucking
and like
good.
a lot of them like brought beer. A lot of them brought like food.
Yeah.
You know?
You want to hear my pizza theory? It's to make them feel more like they belong there. It's like, hey, I'm here to deliver a pizza.
Oh my
I'm just
God.
a pizza guy who walked in naked.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I have that's that. And then
and that's like
please
the,
separate the context of what we're saying.
It's like
Yeah.
the girl who sounds really young. She's like, "Oh, I'm just upstairs in my room getting dressed," and then Chris Hansen pops out. I love it.
Next
He's
episode.
like, "Hello, sir."
Next episode's Q Who. It's not a very sexy episode title, I gotta say.
Q who?
Unless it's
I
like-
think it's a sexy episode.
Mm,
It's
in
a lot
what
of butt
way?
stuff. A lot of butt stuff.
Yeah, I think it could be. It has potential.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well
It
maybe
depends on
middling.
what Q means.
Yeah. Q means butthole.
If Q's slang, yeah, then maybe they're
Gleaming the Q.
Well, come
What does
on.
it- what does
the
a
name
Q
of the
look
game
like?
is innuendo. Q can mean all sorts of things.
Q could mean gooch. Q could mean like the.
And for the
Cooch.
record, I think there's potential in the Icarus factor as well.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know
all
what?
right.
You're holding on us, dude.
Well, the
It's
Icarus
like
factor is all about, going
Gets
so
too hot.
high that, that
Oh.
It's about
You get
edging.
burned.
that you end up
It's-
hurting
it's-
yourself.
Yeah.
it's an
It's
edging
about people
porno.
with sex injuries. I hear you.
Q Who was the Borg episode. That's-
It's also the kung fu, the space kung fu.
yeah, Guinan with kung fu hands.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And the okay amigo or whatever he says. Q says. What did he say? All right, hermano.
Con permiso, capitan.
Oh
Yeah, there you go.
That's right. What did I think it was hermano?
Con permiso, hermano.
Permiso, hermano.
Your brother's name is Hermano.
Arrested Development.
And then next is Samaritan Snare.
That's the one with the really dumbass, like the dumbasses in the ship that tries to steal weapons.
Oh yeah, the Pokleds. Yeah, fuck those
Oh,
guys.
my God.
Yeah,
yeah,
fuck them.
that could be a sexy title, like you're trying to fuck your neighbor.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
and like the snare implies like getting like tied
It's
up.
like, oh, I
you
want
know?
to swim my pool, but it's so dirty.
Yeah.
Don't worry, ma'am. I'll clean it up for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
Samaritan
will
Snare.
you?
Snare it and bear it.
And Up the Long Ladder. That's a very sexy title.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
great.
dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's
Yeah.
that episode, though? What is the episode?
That's the Irish people episode.
Oh, of course. Of
Irish
course
Irish
it's that
people
one.
and cloning. Yeah.
Of
so,
course
yeah.
it's that episode.
Yeah. Manhunt.
Cloning
Yes.
and
Also
boning.
sexy.
100%.
Very sexy episode.
What is it,
The episode-
Manhunt? Oh, yeah,
Manhunt,
dude.
Yeah.
It's the Luxana Troy.
Yeah.
And,
This is
and the episode
another-
itself was
This
sexy.
is another one of our gay titles. It's great. Really mixing it up.
Mhm.
Yep,
Manhunt.
Yeah. And then the Emissary. It's kind of
Potential.
there's potential. It's a little what
I
was
mean,
this
it's
one?
just like, an emissary from yandy.com. A
Oh, right.
Halloween emissary.
This is the Tapatio Hands episode, right?
Yeah.
This is the one where
wow.
Worf shows
Okay,
up, right?
okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So
Very
the episode itself
sexy
was sexy.
episode. Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then peak performance.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Very
dude.
sexy.
Yeah,
It's a very
for
sexy
sure.
episode.
Peak
That obviously was the
performance.
War Games episode. And
This peak performance is like it's like a porno version of Rocky 4, where you have a Russian porn star, and they're using they're juicing up, and then you have the American porn star, and she's they're training in Big Bear, and then
pulling logs.
and then they both fuck,
Yeah.
and then you realize
They start fighting, and then they're like, "Wait a minute!
yeah, let's just fuck, and then they bring America and Russia together with their
If he can fuck,
yeah.
and she can fuck, and we all can
all
fuck,
Yeah, dude. The beautiful fucking movie. It's a very, very tasteful erotic film.
And then you cut to the sequel, and then they're in the locker rooms, I fuck so hard that my hands won't stop shaking.
God damn it, dude.
What a wrecking machine.
Yeah.
What was this episode, by the way?
Shades of Grey. Shades of Grey is our last episode.
Oh, okay.
That's already sexy because it's so close to 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and then you can make it any number you
Sure.
want.
yeah. 22 Shades of Grey.
69.
69 Shades of Grey.
1701-D Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. And the episode itself had a little sexiness. It was a little erotic.
Recycled sexiness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
that we
after a
learned
while,
that
all
was
sexiness
actually
is a little
killing
recycled.
him and not good for him.
I mean, sex in many respects is fairly repetitive.
Yes. All right. Now here's the challenging part. So, discounting Measure of a Man and Shades of Grey, what is, in your guys' opinions, the best episode of the season and the worst episode?
Tapatio Hot Hands.
Is the best?
I can't remember now.
Without no Measure of a Man.
Yeah, we can't include Measure. That's too easy. Everyone would just say
also,
Measure of a
it's
Man.
not the best episode of the fucking season. dude.
Oh, and we can't include Shades of Grey because it's clearly the worst. There's no
Best
there's no
episode, I
competition.
really liked the Irish ladder.
Oh, up the long
episode.
ladder. Okay,
Up the long
All right.
ladder. Yeah, I really.
It is fun. Yeah.
I like that episode. Worst.
So me, the worst episode is an episode you haven't seen, Sarah, which is The Child. I hate that episode.
Yeah, the child is pretty shitty.
Yeah.
I
really hate that
didn't really
episode.
like the pen pals one.
Oh yeah, I feel like Pen Pals is a potentially good idea, not executed super well.
Which
I
one's
just
Pen
thought it
Pals?
was weird. It was
Tell-
very.
Oh,
It
the
was
one
very.
where Worf, or not
Yeah,
Worf,
Chris Hansen. Chris
yeah,
Hansen.
Data rescues the child.
I don't like that
Yeah,
one.
you know,
I
it was odd.
I would say that one's the worst one.
Really? That's the worst one.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Then what would you say is your favorite episode?
Favorite episode.
'Cause I think-
Okana, dude. All the way. Dude. Hell yeah, dude.
That is a fun episode. I will agree. I actually agreed with your first statement where you said what's it called? The Emissary. I actually kind
Tapatio
of
Hot
think,
Hand is what he said.
yeah, I kind of think
Tapatio Hunt is also a good episode.
yeah, I kind of like it as an exploration of Worf's character
And the
But-
sexuality.
Because I think the
Mhm.
problem is every other episode in the season, to me, outside Measure of a Man, has high points, but are never super good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Sure.
like for example, Elementary Dear Data has the high point of Moriarty, right? He's very good in that episode,
Mhm.
but everything else around it's kind of doesn't matter. It's not that interesting to me.
Yeah.
Matter of Honor is good because you have the Klingon exploration stuff, but I think it kind of ends pretty lame. I think where the twist to kind of end it is what happened. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Schizoid Man isn't very good because even though it's a data exploration thing and Brent Spiner gets to act in a different way. So these sound like they should be good things. I feel like it was kind of awkward. It was okay. It wasn't super good. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd have to, so that because of that, I think I go with what I think is which episode had the good high. And I think to me, that is the Emissary, because I think going into Worf, a side of Worf we hadn't seen before, which is he's caring about romantic things. This is interesting to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
I
can
don't
go with that.
I don't know.
I get behind that.
But you like O'Connor, Ricardo.
Yeah, dude. Terry Hatcher cameo? Fuck yeah, dude. I'm in.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair. How about you, Sarah? Did you choose one?
Yeah, I did. I chose worst is pen pals.
Oh, right. Worst is pen pals,
And
and the best was
is ladder. Irish
yeah, up the
people.
long ladder. Right.
Yeah,
What about you, Dan?
I think that was interesting.
I think I agree with you that The Child is my least favorite of the remaining episodes.
Yeah, I really hate
But
that
for favorite, for whatever reason, I keep coming back to the Royale.
It is fun. It's dumb.
It's the dumbest idea. Like here, almost aside from Shades of Grey,
they work so hard to find an explanation for the premise that wasn't the holodeck. They worked really, really hard.
They're like, it's a pocket dimension.
Yeah, created by aliens to make humans feel better.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I just like that.
Right?
I just like that stupid twist where it's like, actually, this is bad writing, and we're gonna just excuse our own bad writing by saying it was supposed to be bad writing.
Yeah, that is fun, and it is fun watching Data gamble.
And it's also fun watching Picard, just get really, really bummed out at how bad the writing is when he tries to research the book.
And then they keep looking at one Kindle.
Yeah. Well, eventually they just sit down and play the audiobook because they can't be bothered to read it anymore.
They're like, I hate when you read over me. I don't read at your speed.
All right. Well, that was season 2. A lot of highs, a lot of really low lows.
Yeah.
A low that might be the lowest of the series, honestly.
Well, we'll see next season.
Yeah. Well, one, I guess we should just, if it wasn't clear, because Sarah's back. Sarah's going to be joining us from now on as much as she can, I guess, for season 3.
Yay.
Which is great because season 3, many people consider to be the best season of TNG. So peaks
You said
early.
that about season 2, dude. You keep moving the goalpost, dude. You keep moving the goddamn goalpost, dude.
Season 2, people say. I said people said it has the best.
People say
episode.
a lot of things.
It's true, yeah.
Who are these people?
All it
Some
matters is
say.
what we say. Okay.
Yeah, we'll be the judge of it by the end of
Yeah.
that
But I do
season.
We'll
think I do think season 3 will be interesting. It's also a very large season. It's got
it is.
It's got 31 episodes.
Oh my god.
No, sorry, not 31 episodes. I'm sorry. It's got quite a few.
It's 26.
26, yeah. So it's not the 22 it had before.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
yeah, so it'll be
Christmas
more.
episode.
But
Yeah.
season 1 had 25, so it's
Well,
not
that's true.
substantially longer than what we're used to.
That's true. And one of those is a 2-parter, and that's why it was 26. So yeah, you're right. But yeah, it'll be a full season again. And and then we're gonna get some upgrades for both the podcast and for the show. You'll see what those upgrades are, Ricardo and Sarah. They're different. Everyone gets an upgrade. So you'll see.
I want to
get
upgrade
a weapon.
Wait,
Lethal
what are we
weapon.
talking about? Do y'all get bigger dicks?
Can I get the super missiles?
Another measurement?
Is a measure longer?
Just we're measuring in
What kind of
centimeters
upgrade are we
now,
talking
so it's a
about?
bigger number.
All right. And we just got one quick email this week. If you want to send us an email, that's contact@newbiestartrek.com.
Look,
And,
I know I curse a lot, so don't say anything about cursing or that I have a potty mouth. I get it, dude. I talk about dicks a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's why we're here.
Yeah.
If you weren't talking about dicks, be fired.
The important things in life.
All right. This week, the email comes from someone named Sonia. Hi there. Big fan of the show. Love you guys. I'm so glad that Sarah could be part of the past episode.
Oh,
She should definitely be on the show more. Well, you're in luck.
Hooray.
I just found out about the actress that played Kilar.
Kalar,
Who is
whatever, yeah.
Kilar? Yeah, who is the
Klingon, right?
Worf's
The
old
Kling-
fling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Susie Plaxon. You mentioned that she played a Vulcan doctor in an earlier episode, but she also comes back in Voyager and Enterprise. I was excited to find that out, mostly because the role she plays in Voyager is one of my favorite side characters. That's all. Thought you might want to know. Can't wait until the next episode. Thanks, Sonia. Well,
Sonia,
thanks for the kind words, Sonia. And also,
You're so sweet.
maybe we'll eventually get to Voyager.
Yeah. Look, we'll eventually get to it after 10 years.
It'll be a little while.
Give us
there's
a
a lot of
decade.
Yeah.
TNG to get through before we even touch
Yeah.
Voyager and DS9, really. So
Now, like both of those series you told me, Marvin, aren't both of those at least 6 seasons long?
TNG, DS9, and Voyager are all 7 seasons long. So
My God.
Oh boy.
that's 21 seasons of content that we're going through just for that stretch. And that's also ignoring the original
And-
series.
We're going to be doing this till the end of our
Discovery,
life.
And then after
Picard,
after
Lower
TNG,
Decks.
TMNT.
But yeah, that was an episode of Newbie Star Trek. Thanks for listening, everybody. We're going to be taking like a 2-week hiatus, I guess, because it's the end of the season, and we could use a break, I think, from recording for a little bit. Also gives me a chance to catch up on TikToks and whatnot. A lot of you are here because of the TikToks, so give me a chance to start making more. So I gotta make them again. But yeah, there's other stuff you can catch us doing. We also have the Fugitive Frames Film Podcast, which Ricardo is doing a bunch of spooky month stuff for.
When this airs, we should be close to releasing we're doing a mini-sode where we talk about haunted like house movies. Anything to do with the house.
Ooh.
Oh,
Like
there's so many.
whether it's a ghost house, a haunted house.
It's literally a genre on Netflix.
Yeah.
Monster
The haunting
House?
of a house.
Yeah.
So
There's a movie called Just House. That's pretty cool.
That's true.
It's scary. So
yeah.
You mean the
Japan.
Japanese one?
no, the American one, House.
Oh, there's another one. That's American. Okay.
Yeah.
House is a title used often.
Maybe it's a remake.
House MD.
It's also genre music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many. This episode will of
And
the
it
Future Frames
terrifies
Film
many.
podcast.
Also a structure that some of us can't afford.
Yeah.
If you live in the West Coast or the East Coast.
Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Major metropolitan area.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also we're gonna
Yeah.
eventually have that "Drag Me to Hell" commentary track that'll come out.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Fugitive
Drag me to
Frames.
hell. I haven't thought of that fucking movie in so
we're
long.
I've never watched it.
Oh my God. You haven't?
Yeah, so
It's
Dan
good.
and Ricardo are gonna have me watch it for a
Or I
commentary.
remember
Yeah.
it being good.
It's a classic, I
Yeah,
think.
so
Yeah.
We're
God.
gonna, I think
It's a classic, I
That's-
think. I don't know.
that's a good way to classify.
So they say.
Legend says Indiana Jones is a classic.
Legend says it's a classic. I don't know. I guess it's weird because like I remember when it came out, so it's weird that it's been
It's been a
a
while.
long time ago.
Yeah,
It's
since
weird
Sam
that I'm
Raimi.
getting.
08?
It's weird
or
that I'm getting
09?
older. I guess
It's like Sam Raimi's last attempt at like a horror genre thing, right? And then he's kind of stopped, right? Didn't he do just like other stuff randomly?
Well,
Not-
wasn't he involved with the Evil Dead TV show?
Yeah, did he produce that or was he?
Yeah,
he was involved.
He was involved.
Okay,
He was involved.
okay, so he was involved. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I thought it was just like whatever. We're just doing it, and then okay.
No. He
Yeah.
was involved.
Because the last thing I remember him doing is that weird, like Wizard of Oz movie with fucking James Franco.
Oh
as
yeah,
Oz. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
was
the
like,
Great and Powerful Oz was him?
yeah, that was him as a
Yeah.
director. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. That's why it was a very middle of the road movie. Because it's not a genre he's comfortable with, but they had him do it anyway.
That's
So that's coming up on the Fugitive Frames Film Podcast, and we also have our YouTube channel, Fugitive Games, where we're currently streaming Outer Wilds DLC, Echoes of the Eye, which has been spooking the fuck out of Dan. And I believe at some point Dan wants to also stream Metroid Dread, which will maybe also spook the fuck out of Dan because it's
it's going to be a little easier because it doesn't have to be first person. I don't have to grope around in the dark in
That's
first
true.
person.
Yeah.
Like chasing does like, make me tense, and I imagine I will get tense because there are things that chase you in that game, but it won't be to the degree as Outer Wilds, I'm pretty sure, because fucking darkness.
Yeah, it gets spooky in that game until it doesn't.
Resident
then-
Evil used to scare me.
Oh yeah.
Bits of Resident Evil that can certainly be scary.
That game was scary. Like we would play it like as a kid, in the
Which
dark.
one? Can you describe it? Which one you were
I
playing?
don't remember. They were just scary. They scare me.
And
Like,
they all had Zambambos in them.
Were you like from like a fixed camera perspective, or was someone like following someone? The camera was following someone. Was it like a camera in a corner, or was it like
No,
it was like behind somebody? The camera's behind somebody following them.
no.
Oh, okay. Then that's the two
Yeah.
Resident Evil games types of games. they made
It was like
back in the day.
you're the camera, I guess. I don't know. Your POV, maybe? I don't know. I don't remember.
They hadn't made any first-person Resident Evils until
I don't
7.
remember. I
so-
could be making it up.
No,
I
not
just
se-
remember it being
yeah.
terrifying because,
Not
they
true.
would,
There
like,
was
the
there
things
was
would,
Resident Evil
like, come
Gaiden
out.
on Game Boy Color.
Oh, really?
Where the battles
Okay.
were first person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, this wasn't on Game Boy Color or anything like that. But like this, it was just scary. Like things would just pop up and chase you and all sorts of, I don't know.
All
It
right.
was
All
scary.
right.
It
Well,
was scary.
other stuff on the channel, we're still doing Paper Mario, The Origami King, and I should finish off Batman Arkham Origins soon, hopefully.
I'm begging. Once again, this is me begging to play Roller Coaster Tycoon.
It's okay. So the thing we're
Once
trying
again,
to do,
I will ask.
we're
It
trying to
doesn't
get.
necessarily have to be that particular idea, though.
I know, but then
Marvin.
what do we do? Everyone just watches me or someone
I
builds
wanna play.
roller coasters. Yeah, but I think it'd be more.
I watch you play other shit.
I know, but okay. So for like Prison Architect, I would show you the whole prison when a stage of it is done and just explain it. So like
Right.
Roller Coaster Tycoon, basically the concept for the audience is that there's a multiplayer version of Roller Coaster Tycoon created by fans, and I wanted to get it going. But it's
I
difficult.
mean, yeah,
'cause you
let's
have
do
to-
a multiplayer. That sounds
Yeah, I'm
fun.
sure, but yeah, I have to get it going because basically you have to set up your own server, like back in the day when multiplayer used to work that way.
And
So,
also, wouldn't you need just logistics of it? You'd have to edit together a video with multiple POVs, right?
I don't think that'd be as necessary.
Well, I was
thinking
saying,
this is
like,
more
we
of like
could
a stream.
it, yeah.
yeah, and then like it's just whoever is like the point of view to scroll over to what else is going on, or we're all building in the same area maybe, and we're all working on something together. I don't know. We don't know what the concept would be yet, but it's something I've been like poking at every once in a while. But every time I look at the instructions how to do it, I'm like, oh my god.
Or even we just
So
watch
it's cool.
someone or whatever.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But that's at Fugitive Games. And yeah, all of the stuff we're talking about, you can just go to fugitiveframes.com and all of the links to find all this shit can be there. So it's fugitiveframes.com. So thanks everybody for sticking with us for another season. We
Thank
did it.
you.
We've killed another season of Star Trek TNG.
Yay.
It will never rise again.
Congratulations.
We'll be back in a few weeks with Star Trek TNG Season 3, which promises to be better, hopefully.
We're going to see
Question mark.
some callers, and we're also going to see
Some dollars.
We're also going to see some changes in cast again.
Yeah, some shakeups again. Yeah,
Uh-oh.
and
Interesting.
Ricardo, we'll see. But until next time, stay safe, everybody. See you in a few weeks. Goodbye.
Take care of yourselves, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Keep them dry. Goodbye.
Bye.